Scott Whiting. Welcome to MarineCityFootball.com. We're here downtown Marine City. We're in one of the sweetest places in Marine City. It is the Sweet Tooth. If you haven't been here, come down and get some candy. They have ice cream, they have all kinds of good stuff. But first, I want to introduce you to somebody, one of the newest varsity members of the Marine City Football, and that is Olivia Viney.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming down to the Sweet Tooth. This is a great place to be, right?
Yeah.
Now you're on the football team.
Yes I am.
Okay, we're going to ask you about that, but first we want to know a little bit about you. Okay. So tell me a little bit about your family. You have brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I have one brother. He's a junior at Grand Valley State University. I have a mom and a dad, and then it's just the four of us. But we're a really close family. You know, they're all great.
Besides football, which we know you love, right? Besides football, what else do you do as hobbies, or what do you like to do after football?
I played soccer almost all my life, and my family's really big in soccer. My dad's been my coach for a lot of years. So I play soccer a lot. I play it all year round, and I'm also big into theater. I've been in, I think, over like 20 plays, and I've done that a lot of my life too. I've been involved in that, in Mariner drama, and yeah, so that's basically what I do.
How did you get started in football and come over to JV, or did you play before JV?
I actually never had any plans of playing football until some of my friends who were on JV, they were like, oh, well, we need a kicker. Let's ask Olivia, because she's played soccer for, forever. So they were like, hey, come be our kicker. And at first I was like, no way, I can't go play football. And so I talked to my dad about it, and I basically thought, well, how hard can it be? So I went to one of their practices one day and grabbed a couple footballs, and my dad held them and said, just kick it. So I did, and we kept backing up, and I really enjoyed it, and it was a lot of fun. I felt like it was the start of something that was going to be great.
So they encouraged you to go out and play football to be a kicker.
Yeah.
And then what coach came up to you, or did the coaches talk to you?
I went and talked to Coach Forgetto, and I asked him, if he would be interested in having a girl kicker, or if I would be able to have a position on the team as a kicker. So he said to come to one of their practices, I think like the next week, and just see what I could do. So I went to their practice, and he had me do some kickoffs and some extra points, and just see if I was any good. And then after that, I pretty much had a position on the team.
Apparently you must have hit it through the uprights, right?
Yeah, most of the time it was, I had just started kicking. I never kicked a football before that, but I think my background in soccer really helped me out a lot.
There was a question that was asked, and we're going to go to that right now, and then we'll come back, and I want you to answer that, okay? Okay, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Todd from the Sweet Tooth. My question is, what made you decide to do a sport that is traditionally male dominant?
Well, like I said, I never really planned on it. Just my friends really encouraged me to try to be a part of the team, and because they needed a kicker, so they thought I might as well try it. And I just when I'm out there, I just feel like one of the guys. I don't really feel out of place when I'm practicing or when I'm with the team. But I know that I am a girl and it's a football team, but I just tried it. My friends gave me advice on how to talk to the coaches, how to get involved, and I really enjoy it now.
Okay, so before the game, do you have any rituals or anything that you do? I know some people don't change their socks. Some people, have special shoes. Have you ever tried kicking barefoot?
I've practiced a couple times barefoot, but it hurts. It hurts too much. I have one headband that I always wear. I wore it for every soccer game during high school, and I always wear that under my helmet. So that's basically my only good luck charm.
Do you wash it?
No, never.
Nice.
No.
Okay, another question that came up was, where do you dress? You got all these guys, you're the only girl on the team, where do you go and dress?
If we're going to the stadium and if we have to drive ourselves, I usually get my leg pads and my pants on before I get there, and then I wear an Under Armour shirt. So all I have to do is put my shoulder pads on and my jersey. And I think most of the guys do that. And I get there later than most of the guys usually, so by that time they're usually dressed. And it's really never been a big issue, like the whole locker room thing. It's always kind of worked out.
Okay, now you went from soccer to football, which is totally different kicking, right?
Right, yeah.
How did you learn how to kick a football? Because that's something different.
It is.
Different shape, different pressure, everything.
It's a lot harder to kick a football, but just because I played soccer my whole life. But really, how I've learned is from my dad. My dad he's practiced with me so many times this summer, and he's looked stuff up on the internet, and he's watched videos on how to be a better kicker and just like the tips and tricks to it. And he's really been the person who's helped me a lot. And when I was on JV, my coaches, Coach Heslop, Coach Bell, Coach Uplegger, they helped me a lot too on just tips. And so those 4 guys have really taught me how to kick a football.
Awesome. So what's your playing football with the guys? What's your biggest challenge, you think?
I think the biggest challenge isn't even that it is a male sport. I think my biggest challenge right now is being consistent and just getting the consistency down so that I never miss. But other than that, I think it's getting everyone to have confidence in me, because since I am a female and in a male sport, I feel like I have to work twice as hard to try to get people to believe in me the way that I would like them to. But so that's been a challenge, but I think that I'll be able to prove to people that I can play just as well as the guys can.
Awesome. Now, what's your best moment or your favorite game you played in so far? I mean, I know you haven't been in the varsity yet, but the JV. So what's your favorite moment, favorite play, favorite game?
I think it was the game that I kicked my first extra point. Because the first game last year in JV, I didn't kick at all. They went for 2 every time. But then the next game, they started using me and started going for extra points. I think my first extra point that I made in a game was a really cool moment, because I looked up at my dad in the stands, and he was standing there with his arms in the air, and he was so excited. And all the guys giving me high fives and congratulating me.
Longest kick. What's your longest kick that you've hit through the uprights?
In practice with my dad, I kicked a 40-yard field goal. I haven't tried anything longer than 40, but in practice, that's been my farthest field goal so far.
Excellent, excellent. And what have you learned from playing football?
It's such a team sport, and I've gained a lot of respect for football by playing football. Before I played football, I never really understood the team aspect so much, and because I'd never been around the team as they were playing. So I think what I've learned is how encouraging the guys are, and how hard they work. I mean, they put in hours of practice and hours of hard work in the off season. And I think what I've really learned is just to respect the sport a lot more.
It's a great sport.
It is.
There you go. We're going to see this big on football.
Oh yeah.
All right. Now there are female football leagues and things like that. Have you ever thought of maybe going beyond high school and doing some kicking or something, or even for another college?
I haven't really looked into any other leagues, but I think it would be fun to continue it on after high school. I really enjoy it, and I think I can only improve. So I think I will look into some female leagues or any out of high school leagues that I could be a part of.
Anybody would throw some scholarship money, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
There you go. Have you ever been on the field? I know kickers don't take a lot of hits, and if they do, they get penalties for it. So it's a good place to be, right?
Right. Yeah.
Have you ever just wanted to go and just hit somebody and tackle somebody? One of the guys just boom, make your name, make your mark.
I really haven't.
Okay.
I really never wanted to tackle, because I've always been afraid of getting hurt. I mean, those guys are huge out there compared to me. I mean, they're all so big. So, I mean, I think it would be quite an experience to go tackle someone, but I've never really had the desire to.
You do any kind of weightlifting, cardio, anything like that to get ready? I mean, what do you exercises with your legs, anything like that?
I run a lot. I go for runs a lot, and I think just playing soccer all year round, I think it does its own work. It's built up my leg strength a lot since last year, just playing high school soccer and travel soccer. I think that does a lot, and obviously weights would too. But I think soccer does.
What position do you play in soccer?
I play center midfield. Yeah.
You've always played center midfield?
I played pretty much the whole field. I even played goalie back in like 3rd grade.
Did you like goalie?
Yeah, but then the nets got really tall, and I didn't keep growing.
And you didn't get tall with them. Okay, advice. What advice do you have for other young ladies who want to do a male-dominated sport or break into football or be a kicker or something like that? Would you encourage that, and what advice would you give to them?
I would absolutely encourage it. I mean, playing football has been such a great experience for me, and I think having the support of all the guys behind me has just made me feel really good being on the team too. So I would say if they want to go play a male sport or be a kicker or play football, I would say go for it. You know, talk to the coaches, get out to the practices, at least try it.
Absolutely. Message to the fans. Any message you have to the fans of Marine City that love football and bleed football? What are the messages to the fans?
I would just like to say that I'm super excited for the seasons to start, and I think the games are going to be a lot of fun, and just to believe in me the same way that my team does and my coaches do, and the same way that I believe in myself. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say before we leave this interview?
That's about it.
All right. Thank you so much for coming. I truly appreciate it. We wish you a great season on the varsity team. And you're a junior this year, right?
Yes.
So you have this year and next year, right?
Yep.
No pressure, right?
Right.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much. That's it for MarineCityFootball.com. Don't forget to get out there, encourage the team, cheer on Olivia, okay? Because she's going to be out there kicking footballs, scoring points to that undefeated season that we're looking for, all right? Thank you.